All right. So how much do you guys remember about the structure of atom? Like final.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Like, what do you guys remember or know about the structure of atom? Atom कैसे दिखता है? क्या होता है atom में?
Protons, electrons, neutrons.
Neutrons.
Okay. And how are they arranged? Atom has protons, neutrons, electrons. Okay. And how are these arranged?
They are arranged in shells.
All of them in different shells?
No,
No.
electrons are arranged in shells and protons and neutrons are present at the nucleus.
Very good. Awesome. Center में है, so that's the nucleus. And electrons are present in concentric orbits or energy levels. They are also called shells. ठीक है. एक atom में कितने सारे shells होते हैं?
Ma'am, 4. Up to 4. Depends on the type of atom.
Is the correct answer, Ashka. So Samriddhi, like while explaining, I might have put only KLMN, but it's not necessary that there are only 4. Do you know how many elements are there in the world?
More than 100 or 200.
There are 180 of them. One.
Ma'am, it was 120, right? I think so.
120 नहीं, as far as I know 18 तक गया, 118 तक.
Oh, okay, ma'am. I thought it was 120.
Yeah. So electrons are there in concentric orbits. So these orbits are called, they may be called as shells. They may be called as orbits. They are actually, basically they stand or they represent energy levels. Okay. So all these three things mean the same. They're basically where the electrons are there around the nucleus. And how many shells are there in an atom? It depends on how many electrons are there. Okay. So if you're thinking of an atom, ऐसा नहीं है कि atom में shells है and then you're filling the electrons there. Like that is a wrong way to think about it. So atom hai, protons and neutrons are at the center and there's electrons revolving around it. So wherever the electrons are there, that place we call as shells. Okay, I'll just show you guys a visual of it so it gets clearer. Let me just open this thing. Atom visual. So you see a lot of images over here, right? So these are not accurate. This is actually, you know, what an atom would look like if you actually had a powerful enough microscope to look at it. Okay, so you can see here, let me open it in a new tab where it's proper in here. So you can see center mein nucleus hai, and around the nucleus, what do you observe?
Ma'am, we can see the protons and electrons.
Huh? Where do you see the protons?
In the center.
Yeah.
Protons in the center. What do you see around the nucleus?
Electrons.
Electrons.
Yes. Okay. So you can see there's no clearly defined shell as such. You can see like a cloud-like thing, right? Like there's something that's dispersed throughout all around it. So that is basically like, this is basically all the places that the electron can be found. And that's what we call as a shell. Shell is not different from an electron. Wherever the electron is capable of existing, that's a shell or an orbit. Yeah, Aryan, what's up?
Ma'am, so why are there two like two types of electrons. Like, okay, ma'am, is the blue one valence electrons and like the pink ones are normal electrons?
Yeah, kind of. This is again like a very general atom, right? It just says the atom. It's not any specific atom. But remember I said the shells are there in concentric things like center mein nucleus hai, and close to the nucleus, it's a smaller circle, like smaller amount of area that is available. So yahan pe, when maximum number of electrons are filled, then it needs to go to the next energy level. Okay, I think they use different colors to show ki this is one shell and this is like the second shell. Just to indicate that. Yeah. Okay. So like that's why the question, like this is directly related to what we're going to talk about next. So shells are like wherever the electron can exist in an atom, right? Very close to the nucleus, bas itna sa hi space hai. Then if you go slightly far away, you can see that the space available for electron increases, which means that more number of electrons can fit in around. So you can think of it as, have you guys played dodgeball bachpan mein?
Yes, ma'am.
Who all have played dodgeball?
Mommy.
Okay. If not dodgeball, even
Me as well.
chairs work. Have you guys played musical chairs?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
This one most of you played. Ashka, what about you?
I like dodgeball also.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes.
So in both the games, you start off with a lot of people holding hands, forming a circle, right? Now, what happens when the number of people reduces? कुछ लोग out हो गए. Dodgeball हो या musical chair, same
The
thing.
circle becomes smaller.
Circle becomes smaller, right? So it's the same logic. So closer to the nucleus, where the circle is smaller, the number of electrons that can fit in this shell will be less. And then slowly as you go farther away, you get a bigger circle, and the number of electrons that will fit in these shells becomes bigger and bigger. We had discussed this in the previous class. What is the number of electrons that can fit in any shell? Do you guys remember the formula?
Ma'am, 2n square.
There you go. So the maximum number of electrons that can fit in a particular shell is given by 2n square, where n is equal to what? Like, what does n stand for here?
Ma'am, number of shells.
Yes, n is the shell number. Okay. So logically you can think of it, right? So agar bahut kam electrons hai, like suppose an atom, like if you start off with hydrogen, how many protons does it have? How many neutrons does it have? How many electrons does it have?
Ma'am, hydrogen has 1 electron and 1 proton.
1 electron, 1 proton, 0 neutrons. Hydrogen ka atomic number is 1, which means that it has only 1 proton. Guys, फिर से video off हो गया. Switch it on. And you guys are like quieter today. What happened? Are you guys sleepy or something?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Are you tired? Like कुछ test, exam कुछ था क्या?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, I had my offline school today. That's why I'm tired.
Oh, so you went and you came.
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay, Sujal says video gets frozen when you switch on the cam. You're also tired. So how many of you are attending offline school these days?
Ma'am, I have it tomorrow.
Oh, acha, different people, like different batches, different days. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Mama, offline school started today only, so.
Oh, so are you going to have offline school every day from now on, or for you also there's like different days, different batches?
Ma'am, every day, but only
Once
for
in a
9 to
week.
Oh,
12.
okay. Samriddhi has to go every day. It's going to be such a change, no? 1.5 years online later.
Yes, ma'am.
Our school will start from Diwali, after Diwali.
Yes, ma'am. Our teacher was saying that it will start after Diwali.
Like every day?
Permanently.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
every day.
Interesting. That's going to be such a change for you guys, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
A day last week as well.
Good change, like a fun change, good change, or like something. So you have 1 proton, 1 electron. So how many shells will hydrogen require?
1.
Ma'am, 1.
1. So their electronic configuration. So अगर nucleus इधर है, so the only electron will be outside the nucleus, like पहले shell में. So electronic configuration will just be 1. Next, helium. Helium का atomic number क्या है?
2.
हाँ, 1, 2. So atomic number 2 मतलब how many protons?
2.
2.
2. How many neutrons? Huh?
Ma'am, both 2.
Yeah, Aryan, what's up?
Ma'am, I had a doubt. Ma'am, so do we have to write this right now?
Yes, note this down because we are doing the electronic configuration now. So write it in a table. I think you have it in your workbook also. Let me just.
Ma'am, electronic configuration is valency only.
Electronic configuration is related to valency, but both are not the same things. Okay.
Ma'am, we have the table in this atoms and molecules.
Atoms and molecules में है, and यहाँ पे workbook में भी table
Yes,
है.
ma'am.
We can like that, take that reference. Yeah, name of element, symbol, atomic number है. On the basis of atomic number, mass number, you can figure out number of protons, neutrons, electrons. And then distribution of electrons is also called electronic configuration. Both are the same thing. So don't be confused, or like it's not something new. This is also called electronic configuration.
Ma'am, for neutrons, like I forgot, ma'am. How do we know what? I forgot how to.
No issues. What is atomic number?
Atomic number is the.
Like कहाँ से आता है atomic number? What does this number represent?
It's like the protons.
Yes.
The number of protons.
Correct. Atomic number is कितने सारे protons हैं. Straightforward, direct relation. What is mass number?
Mass number is the like the number of protons in one. Sorry. Now I don't.
Neutrons plus proton.
Yes. Number of protons plus number of neutrons gives you the mass number. Why? Because protons and neutrons में ही mass होता है. Electron का mass बहुत ही छोटा होता है, so we just ignore it, at least for mass purposes. Okay. So electron का काम है bond बनाना. That's it. Protons and neutrons are giving all of the mass weight of an atom. So if you calculate, if you check your weight on the weighing machine, it's basically the weight of, it gives you the total number of the protons and the neutrons that are there in your body. Okay, so that mass number is number of protons plus number of neutrons. Okay, so this is the relation. So if you have to find number of neutrons, It is easier if you know the mass number and the atomic number. Yeah.
Ma'am, so mass number plus atomic number is equal to neutron.
No.
No, ma'am. Sorry, I'm confused.
See, atomic number Z is equal to number of protons. Mass number A is equal to protons plus neutrons. If you know what is Z and what is A, how will you calculate N? Think of it mathematically.
Okay, ma'am, I got it. Ma'am, I got it. Yes, ma'am. So atomic number is equal to protons plus neutrons and protons minus, sorry, A minus N is equal to, yes, ma'am.
There you go. That's it. Okay. So mass number minus atomic number will give you the number of neutrons. Number of neutrons, number of electrons. Number of electrons will always be equal to the number of protons in a neutral atom. Okay. Agar neutral nahi hai, if something has a positive or a negative charge, do you remember what we call it?
Ma'am, noble.
Anion and cation.
Yes, Samriti, yes. So, agar positive ya negative charge hai, so we call it ion.
Okay, ma'am, I thought you asked about a gas which is like has no charge, doesn't react.
No charge, neutral is basically no charge. Agar charge hai, then it's called an ion. Okay. All right. So coming back to this, distribution of electrons is also called electronic configuration. Naam mein hi hai. Electronic meaning something of electrons. Electrons ka kya? Configuration. So configuration matlab what is the arrangement like? Okay, like English word configuration, if you come across it somewhere else, that's what it means. How is it configured? Like what is the arrangement or how is it there? So it's basically the distribution of electrons. Okay. So how do you distribute electrons? Simple, like two simple rules. One is you check how many electrons are there total. And then you slowly start filling it based on this 2n square wala rule. So for example, hydrogen has one electron. So that single electron will go in the first shell. Helium has 2 electrons. 2 into 1 square is 2. So pehle shell mein 2 electrons maximum capacity hai. So fill it up in the first shell. Lithium has 3 electrons. So atomic number 3. So 3 protons. Protons is always equal to electrons. So 3 electrons. But the first shell, 2 into 1 square, can take only 2 electrons. So agar 3 electrons hai, the first 2 you'll put it in the first shell. And the second one, or like the last one, the third one, will go in the second shell. That's why iska electronic configuration hai 2, 1. Yeah. So that's how you slowly fill it up. Now, when n equal to 2, second shell mein, what is the maximum number of electrons this can take? Calculate, tell me.
Can you repeat?
So when n is equal to 2, matlab second shell का maximum capacity कितना है? कितने electrons ले सकता है? Yes, Samriddhi got it. Sujal, you just did a thumbs up. Like, what is your answer? कितने electrons ले सकता है? Aryan, how did you calculate that?
Ma'am, you asked us what's the number of neutrons?
Number of neutrons, nahi. I asked the second shell, L wala shell, how many electrons can you put in that shell? What is the maximum number of electrons you can put in that shell?
Okay.
Mom, L shell or N shell?
L. The second
Oh,
highlighted.
okay.
I'll put it in.
Aryan, you got it. Sushil, what did you do? Ashka got it. Sushil, what calculation did you do? Multiplication में गलत हुई कि formula गलत apply किया?
Ma'am, I did a silly mistake. It is 8.
Yeah, 2 into 2 square is 2 into 4 is 8. So, suppose मेरे atom में 9 electrons हैं. So, how will you distribute these 9 electrons in the atom? Like first shell में कितना जाएगा? How many electrons?
2.
Okay. Then second shell में कितने electrons जाएंगे?
8.
Okay, if I put 8 electrons in the second shell, 8 plus 2, 10 हो गया ना? But मेरे पास 9
Ma'am,
ही
7.
So 2, 7. Yeah, so that's how you figure the electronic configuration. Let's take another example. Suppose my atom has, switch to the whiteboard. Okay, suppose my atom has 15 electrons. तो इसका electronic configuration क्या होगा? How will you distribute these?
Ma'am, 2, 8 and 5.
2 is correct. So if I take away 2 electrons, 15 में से 2 electrons I have put in the K shell. So L shell में how many will go? Like 15 में से 2 मतलब I have 13 more electrons. So how will you distribute the 13 electrons? Should I put all 13 here? Should I put only a part of it? कितने
Ma'am, 8 of them.
Ma'am, only 8 of them.
8, absolutely. The third shell, M shell, how many electrons can it take?
5.
Ma'am, 5.
मतलब it can take more than 5, but because we have 15, जिसमें से 10 we already allotted, so the remaining 5 will go to the next shell. Yeah, that's all there is. That is what it is, electronic configuration. It's basically, imagine you have like a bunch of marbles and you can put them in boxes. The boxes, their size are different, like how many they can take is fixed. So you just need to distribute them like this. That's it. Ashka, like third shell, 20. Yeah.
So, ma'am, we just have to learn this table till argon only, right?
Argon, and then learn potassium and calcium also. I think up to 20 elements you're expected to know.
Yes, ma'am. But in the notes, it's just a argon.
Achha.
Potassium and calcium are not given.
Oh, I'll give you guys potassium and calcium. If you want, you can make a note of it. Like you can make it in, you can take it in your notes, or usi table ke niche you can like put the details. Okay, so potassium का atomic number क्या है?
90.
Yes, so we're talking about potassium. So potassium, like let's go यहाँ पे notes में जो भी है. Next one is symbol, right? What is the symbol of potassium?
K.
K.
K is right. Atomic number?
19.
19. Which means number of protons कितने होंगे potassium में?
19.
19. Number of neutrons? I'll give you a hint. इसका mass number is 39. So number of neutrons कितने रहेंगे?
20.
20.
20. And number of electrons?
19.
19. This will always be equal to this. Now electronic configuration. So K, L, M, N, O, ठीक है. So K shell में कितने electrons जाएंगे?
हम 2.
Yes. L में?
हम 8.
8. So potassium and calcium, there is a small difference. Like M can take up to 18 electrons. हमारे पास 19 है, जिसमें से 2 and 8, 10 electrons we already put here. So you might get a doubt कि why can't I just put the remaining 9 in M shell? So you can't put the remaining 9 in M shell because remember how I told you like these shells are basically energy levels? This is not there in your syllabus, but in grade 11, it is explained properly in detail. So हर एक energy levels में, they have something called subshells or orbitals, or basically like energy sub-levels, you can think of it as. The way you can think of it as is एक apartment building है. If you imagine the apartment building to be an atom. So एक apartment building में, like what is it made of? What all will you find in the apartment building? Complex housing society में?
Elevators.
Elevators will help you get there, but like it's made up of a lot of houses, right? So different families live in different houses, and each house has different rooms. You know, like you have 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms or how many ever. So house is not different from a room. Like all these rooms put together will make up a whole house. So just like that, these energy levels are made up of something called subshells. So like 3-4 subshells together make up like a, you know, proper this thing. So all of these have their own energy levels, and electrons will always go from, you know, lower energy to higher energy. So the smallest one will have the lowest energy, and then uske baad the next higher energy, like that's how they like to be filled. Like they want to occupy the lowest energy possible. So it's kind of like that. So when it comes to the bigger shells like M shell, N shell, now because they are bigger, you can think of it as the first shell being like a 1 BHK. एक ही room है, so only 2 electrons can go there. The next shell, it is slightly bigger, but still it is kind of small. So only 8 electrons can go. Now this can take 18 electrons total, but some of them are lower in energy, some of them are higher in energy. So in reality, what happens is first 8 electrons are filled up in the N shell, and then 2 electrons are filled up in the N shell. So it gets a little complicated after this, which is why you have elements only till 20. So the reasoning behind it, like if you want clarity on it, it gets really complicated. It's related to quantum chemistry. That's why you have it in grade 11. But abhi ke liye, just remember potassium and calcium ke case mein, you can't follow the same system as like what you followed till argon, because इनका configuration पहले third shell में 8 electrons fill होगा, फिर fourth shell में जाएगा, and then once fourth shell also has been filled up with 2 electrons, फिर third shell में आएगा. Like it's a little complicated that way. That's why you don't have iron and copper and all of that.
Ma'am, but the distribution of electrons is not equal to 19 here. It's 20, I guess.
1 होगा फिर, not 2881. ठीक है. So it can take up to 18 electrons, but it won't take 18 in one shot. So पहले 8 fill हो जाएगा, then it will go to the end shell, then it will come back again for the next part of it. So for now, just remember कि potassium or calcium का it's a little different, and that's all you need to remember. Let's do the same thing with calcium. Calcium का symbol
Ca.
Ca. Atomic number yes, atomic
Is
number
it 40?
20. Mass number is 40. 40 is the mass number. Okay. So number of protons कितने रहेंगे?
20.
20. Number of neutrons?
20.
20 is right. Number of electrons?
20.
20 is right. 20 protons मतलब 20 electrons ही रहेंगे. Now इसका electronic configuration क्या होगा?
Ma'am, is it 2882
is correct. Okay. So only for potassium and calcium it's like this. For the future elements, then 2882 के बाद, then this one will like 2892, 2810 ऐसे fill होगा. But yeah, don't worry about it. Just know that only potassium and calcium you need to remember this weird anomaly. इसके ऊपर argon तक it's pretty straightforward. Like just 28 and then whatever is remaining, just fill it up over here. That's it. Okay. This is electronic configuration. So how confident are you guys with electronic configuration? Like समझ में आया? Will you be able to write electronic configuration on your own? First 20 elements.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
सही है. The next thing we need to tackle is valency. What do you mean by valency?
From the number of
atoms in
electrons,
the atomic system.
Samriddhi, go ahead.
From the number of electrons a element can give or take.
That's a good way to put it. Ashka, what were you saying?
Ma'am, number of electrons or protons in the outermost shell.
Can protons be in the outermost shell?
Ma'am, the number of electrons.
Oh, sorry,
in the
electrons,
outermost-
just electrons.
So, Ashka, I wouldn't say your definition is valency. It is definitely related to how many electrons are there in the outermost shell. So those particular electrons are called valence electrons. Okay. So valence मतलब outermost shell. So valence electrons is outermost shell का electrons. But valency का definition, the more common definition that you would come across, valency is the combining capacity of an atom. Okay. And combining capacity is directly related to कितने electrons है outermost shell में. But that itself is not valency. It would be what Samriddhi had said. So how many electrons is an atom capable of giving or taking? So how many is it capable of giving or taking directly relates to the number of valence electrons. So they're very, very closely related. It's just the wrong way of presenting it. Okay. Okay. So do you guys know how atoms are like how atoms form bonds and why atoms form bonds, like the whole story behind that?
Ma'am, they form bonds to become stable, right?
Very nice. Absolutely. And where does the stability come from? Is it random or is there any specific rule behind it?
Ma'am, they give or take electrons, and that's how they become stable.
But is there like, suppose I have sodium. Sodium ka electron, like how many electrons does sodium have?
11.
Yes. तो इसका electronic configuration क्या है?
281.
281. Now, sodium, if it needs to gain valence, like it needs to be stable, you correctly said that it either gives or takes electrons. Now, will sodium gain stability by taking 3 electrons? Or can it give like 5 electrons?
No, ma'am.
No.
So, what is the rule that sodium will follow to be stable?
Ma'am, the rule may be like the shells should be 2, 8, 8, like that, maybe.
Very close, Samriddhi. You can say it in a very simple way. You don't have to describe the electronic configuration should be 288. So, in very simple words, basically, yeah, Sujal?
Ma'am, is it like it has to have even number of electrons?
So, is sodium capable of gaining 1 electron?
No, ma'am. It has to lose 1 electron, the valence electron.
Why? You know that it has to lose 1 electron, and you know that by doing that, it is being stable. Like all of that is correct. But why lose 1 electron? Why not gain 1 electron or 5 electrons?
Ma'am, if to become stable, it will have to gain 7 more electrons. And I guess the nucleus doesn't have that many protons. So the atom will not be able to handle that much negative power.
So, Samriddhi, if this is the correct answer, no, you're like dancing all around it.
Ma'am, it has to satisfy the number of electrons that a shell can contain.
Magic number.
8.
8 electrons. Simple. I just needed that one line, that atom, whatever they do, gain electrons, lose electrons, they will follow only one rule, that is to have 8 electrons in the outermost shell. Okay. So this particular rule also has a special name. It's called octet rule. So simple, like octopus, 8 tentacles. Octagon has 8 sides. So the word oct basically refers to anything 8. Octet rule because, 8 electrons hona chahiye. Like atom wants a set of 8 in the outside thing. That's why it's called the octet rule. Okay. So in order to do this, everything that you guys said, some atoms will lose electrons, some atoms will gain electrons, and that number is not random. Like sodium will always lose 1 electron because that's the easiest way it can get 8 electrons in the outermost shell. Some atoms like oxygen will gain 2 electrons because that is the easiest way for it to have 8 electrons in the outermost shell. So that's another key point. Sodium will not gain 7 electrons because, as Samriddhi said, बहुत ही unstable होगा. Like the difference between number of protons, number of electrons is too much. That makes it really unstable. So all atoms will work towards having 8 electrons in the outermost shell, and they will do that in the easiest way possible. So easiest possible way, which is the easiest, most straightforward way to do that. That's what they are going to follow. Okay. Whether it is losing electron, it could be gaining electron, it could be sharing electrons also. That's what non-metals do. Like that's what happens in water, carbon dioxide, like all the carbon compounds. Carbon will never lose or gain electrons. It will share its electrons with another atom in order to get the 8 electron in the outermost shell. Okay, so because of this rule, it gets really easy to figure out what is the valency of elements. All right, so starting with hydrogen. Hydrogen ka atomic number is 1. So electronic configuration also is 1. So iska valency kya hoga?
Ma'am, 1 plus.
Plus 1. So hydrogen can show usually either +1 or -1. Like when it bonds with other non-metals, it shares electrons, it kind of gains this thing. In some elements, it will lose that only electron also to have 0. So hydrogen is weird that way. It can swing both ways. Okay, so let's say this is the element. This is the atomic number. This is the electronic configuration. All right. Next, helium. Helium ka atomic number is 2. Electronic configuration also will be 2. So valency of helium kya hoga?
Ma'am, 0.
Yes, but why 0? We just talked about octet rule, no?
Ma'am, because the K shell is complete, so it doesn't need 8 more electrons to complete another shell. It's already complete.
Absolutely right. So 8 electrons for outermost, when the outermost shell is anything more than 1, like for L, M, N, all these shells. But when we're talking about K shell, uska maximum, like in hydrogen and helium, they only have the K shell, jiska maximum capacity is 2 electrons. Helium mein wo maximum capacity has been reached. So it doesn't really care. Like it, so only for hydrogen and helium, you something called the doublet rule is applied. So these two will, aim to get 2 electrons in the outermost shell. Okay. So yeah, helium is 0. It's not going to react because its shell is full. It doesn't need any more electrons, or it doesn't need to lose any electrons. Next, let's look at lithium. Lithium ka atomic number?
3.
3.
3.
Electronic configuration?
2
2
1.
1. So valency kya hoga?
+1.
Yes.
1.
Yeah, valency is 1. It tends to lose the single electron. Again, the doublet rule even applies to lithium, because if it loses, it only will have the K shell, jiska maximum capacity is fulfilled. So this will also aim towards the doublet. Next, beryllium. Atomic number?
4.
4. Electronic configuration?
2 and 2.
2. And valency?
+2.
+2. Absolutely. Yeah, so that's how you can figure it out. Instead of going in order, I'll quiz you guys about some elements. Nitrogen ka atomic number kya hai?
7.
Electronic configuration?
2 and 5.
2, 5. तो इसका valency क्या होगा?
-3.
-3 is absolutely right. So I'll give some elements. All of you guys send over chat. Okay, send these 3 things. Give me the atomic number, then the electronic configuration, and then the valency. When you send it over chat, you can send both of these together. Like for example, nitrogen. Agar nitrogen hai question, so in your chat, you can just type N725. So if you just send it like this also, it's perfectly fine. Then valency, dusre chat mein se send कर सकते हो. Okay.
Ma'am, can you repeat what we have to do? Like,
Yeah, I'll
before?
add some elements. You need to send me these 3 things. And here
Okay, ma'am.
give an example of how you can type to avoid confusion. Like if you just start sending me numbers, no, बहुत ही random लगेगा, each one sending different numbers. So just send these 3 together, and then दूसरा message में or some other way, put like another hyphen or something, then send the valency.
So, ma'am, so
Okay,
you'll
ma'am.
ask us any 3 elements, and like we have to also put valency.
Yes, these 3 things. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Give me the details for magnesium, sulfur, and neon. Okay, send the details over chat. हाँ, समृद्धि got it, Ashka got it, magnesium. Yeah. Nice. Samriddhi and Ashka have like aced this. So quick. Guys, catch up. Samriddhi got it for sulfur also. Nice. Good. Samriddhi has done like all 3 of them. Sujil, magnesium का valency मिला है. You haven't sent atomic number and electronic configuration.
Okay.
Yeah, send all 3. Like यहाँ पे format दिया ना, like separate them with hyphen equal to something and put all of them in a line. Ashka, the rule is to have 8 electrons. Now, which is the best way to have?
Okay, okay. Yes, ma'am. I forgot that.
Sujal, yeah, magnesium तीनों मिल गए. Awesome. हाँ, Ashka sulfur का भी all correct. Oh, Aryan sent all of them together, and all of them are perfectly correct, 100% right. Nice. So don't put no charge. You can say unreactive or just put valency is 0.
Ma'am, can I also put neutral? Ma'am, can I also put neutral?
No. Neutral means no charge. But here we are not talking about like all of them are neutral atoms only. We're talking about what is their capability of losing or gaining electrons.
Okay, ma'am. So,
yeah. Okay.
So what should I put, ma'am? I couldn't get
You
it.
can put unreactive, you can put, or you can put valency simply 0 instead of a number.
Okay.
Ashka, neon is done, correct. Sujil,
Ma'am, the second one is for sulfur.
sulfur, yeah, atomic number correct hai, but electronic configuration check. Your addition is wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be 6.
So उसके basis पे just send me the valency उसका. So other 2 since you have sent, it's fine. Okay, so the number is correct. I'll discuss how to decide whether it'll be plus or minus in some time. That is need to have some clarity. Okay, Swayam, where are you? What's happening to you? Have not heard from you at all. हाँ, सुजल नियॉन का भी सही है. So all of you got it right mostly. So this is 12, this is 16, this is 10. 12 matlab 2, 8, 2. Be careful with the addition, huh? Like don't forget about this 2. Like yeah. Just electronic configuration likhne ke baad, just add these 3 numbers to see whether you're getting this or not. Just a quick check. Avoid silly mistakes. Now valency, numerically all of you are right. What does magnesium need to do in order to gain stability, that octet configuration? What does it do? Valency is, but what does it do? Yes, simple question. Why did you say 2? Like, what does it do with the 2 electrons here? Does it gain 2 electrons or lose 2 electrons? Kya kar raha hai?
Ma'am, it loses 2 electrons.
Loses 2 electrons.
Correct. So initially magnesium के पास थे 12 protons, 12 electrons. Protons are positively charged, electrons are negatively charged. Then protons are not affected. इसके पास रहेगा 12 protons ही. But after losing 2 electrons, कितने electrons रहेंगे इसमें?
10.
10 electrons. It lost 2 electrons. Valency 2 है. It has 10 electrons. So in this situation, overall charge कितना होगा magnesium के पास?
+2.
Okay. Do you guys agree with Samriddhi? Aryan?
Yes.
Ma'am, the electrons of magnesium.
Huh? See, this is the, like initially this was the situation. Like if you take a magnesium atom, उसके पास 12 protons रहेंगे, 12 electrons रहेंगे. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, जब react कर रहा है, तो it will lose 2 electrons. तो protons में कुछ change होगा क्या?
No, ma'am.
नहीं. So protons will be 12 only. और electrons में क्या change रहेगा?
Ma'am, -2.
Minus
So it will become 10.
अभी magnesium के पास है 12 protons और 10 electrons. तो overall charge कितना है magnesium के पास? Like, does it have some charge or does it have no charge? What is the situation here?
Ma'am, no charge.
Why? Protons के पास क्या charge रहेगा? Like, what charge do protons have?
Plus positive charge.
Positive.
Right? So that way, magnesium atom has 12 of these positive charge in the nucleus. Okay. Now, electrons के पास, what kind of charge do electrons have?
Negative.
Negative charge. So that way, magnesium has 10 of these negative charges, like 2 in the K shell and 8 in the L shell. M shell में जो भी negative charges थे, वो उसमें से 2 चले गए.
Ma'am, so then the charge will be +2. The valency will be +2.
हाँ.
Because if you take the difference of it, then you have 2 extra protons.
Correct. 2 extra protons है ना, तो overall +2 है charge. So that is why we write the valency as +2. Okay. So similarly, sulfur के लिए you guys worked out the valency is 2. Sulfur के लिए will it be +2 or -2?
-2.
-2.
-2.
Why -2?
Because it is gaining more electrons.
It's gaining 2 more electrons. Plus 2 electrons होते हैं. Now electrons are negative charge, मतलब extra negative charge है. कितने? 2 extra negative charge. So the overall, basically what it forms is S2 minus. That's why we write the valency as -2. Okay, so that's the funda behind why we put plus or minus in the valency. Iska to 0 hai, doesn't gain electron, doesn't lose electron.
Ma'am, I have a doubt. Ma'am, in this element table for the phosphorus, it is given that valency is 3.5, but how can it be 3.5?
Oh, it's not
like
3.
It should be.
This is a typo. So basically, phosphorus shows valency of 3 and 5. So 3,5 hona chahiye. Okay, like for example, you have compounds like PCl3 and you have compounds PCl5 also. Now the why behind it, again, it's like you need to do 11th standard chemistry to understand it. It's related to those subshells and all of that. But just know that this sort of a case exists. Phosphorus shows PCl3, PCl5. That way sulfur also has 2, 4, 6, but yeah. Abhi ke liye, as a general rule, just consider sulfur is 2. Phosphorus 3 you can consider, but sometimes it shows 5 also.
So ma'am, what chart should we write in exam if any questions comes like?
Just write -3. That should be sufficient. Just go with whatever you learned. You don't have to worry about this. Okay, but if at all, if you come across a place where it says that phosphorus has valency 5, it's not false. Okay, that is true only. So just be aware that, okay, that sort of a thing exists. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's how you figure out the valencies and things. Okay, denoting. Okay, do you guys remember how to denote the symbol and atomic number and mass number of element? You guys remember this denotion, right? Mass number ऊपर रहेगा, atomic number नीचे रहेगा.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Confusing? हमेशा mass is greater, तो हमेशा वो ऊपर रहेगा. And then atomic number will always be lesser, so वो नीचे रहेगा. Okay.
Ma'am, can you tell me which one was like regarded as Z and A and yes, ma'am, that was the confusion.
Z and A, right? Z is atomic number, A is the mass number, atomic mass.
Okay.
Yeah. Z is atomic number, that is for sure. Cool. That's all. Before we go to questions, no, I want to show you guys like a fun video. Let me just open it up. Remember last class I was mentioning like, I'll show you a video about figuring out the size of an atom.
Yes, ma'am.
You guys must have seen this video before. If you have seen it, let me know, but otherwise just watch it. Guys, is the video visible in full screen?
Yes, ma'am.
And just let me know about the audio also, if it is clear or what, okay?
Okay, Pa.
You probably already know that everything is made up of little tiny things called atoms. You might even know that each atom is made up of even smaller particles called protons, neutrons, and electrons.
How is the clarity, guys?
Yes, ma'am, it's fine.
Okay,
That's good.
you're able to hear the audio also, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you've probably heard that atoms are small. But I'll bet you haven't ever thought about how small atoms really are. Well, the answer is that they are really, really, really small. So you ask, just how small are atoms? Well, to understand this, let's ask this question. How many atoms are in a grapefruit? Well, let's assume that the grapefruit is made up of only nitrogen atoms, which isn't at all true, but there are nitrogen atoms in a grapefruit. Well, to help you visualize this, let's blow up each of the atoms to the size of a blueberry. How big would the grapefruit have to be? The same size of the Earth. You would say that if I filled the Earth with blueberries, I would have the same number of nitrogen atoms as a grapefruit? That's right. So how big is the atom? It's really small. And you know what? It gets even more crazy. Let's now look inside of each atom. That's the blueberry, right? What do you see there? In the center of the atom is something called the nucleus, which contains protons and neutrons. And on the outside, you'd see electrons. So how big is the nucleus? Well, if atoms are like blueberries in the Earth, how big would the nucleus be? You might remember the old pictures of the atom from your science class where you saw this tiny dot on the page with an arrow pointing to the nucleus. Well, those pictures, well, they're not drawn to scale, so they're kind of wrong. So how big is the nucleus? So if you pop open the blueberry and we're searching for the nucleus, you know what? It would be invisible. It's too small to see. Okay, let's blow up the atom, the blueberry, to the size of a house. So imagine a ball that is as tall as a two-story house. Let's look for the nucleus at the center of the atom. And you know what? It would just barely be visible. So to get our minds wrapped around how big the nucleus is, we need to blow up the blueberry up to the size of a football stadium. So imagine a ball the size of a football stadium, and right smack dab in the center of the atom, you would find the nucleus. And you could see it. And it would be the size of a small marble. And there's more. If I haven't blown your mind by now, let's consider the atom some more. It contains protons, neutrons, and electrons. The protons and neutrons live inside of the nucleus and contain almost all of the mass of the atom. Way on the edge are the electrons. So if an atom is like a ball the size of a football stadium with a nucleus in the center and the electrons on the edge, what is in between the nucleus and the electrons? Surprisingly, the answer is empty space. That's right, empty. Between the nucleus and the electrons, there are vast regions of empty space. Now, technically, there are some electromagnetic fields, but in terms of stuff, matter, it's empty. Remember, this vast region of empty space is inside the blueberry, which is inside the Earth, which really are the atoms in the grapefruit. Okay, one more thing, if I can even get more bizarre. Since virtually all of the mass of an atom is in the nucleus, now there is some amount of mass in the electrons, but most of it is in the nucleus. How dense is the nucleus? Well, the answer is crazy. The density of a typical nucleus is 4 times 10 to the 17th kilogram per meter cubed. But that's hard to visualize. Okay, I'll put it in English units. 2.5 times 10 to the 16th pounds per cubic feet. Okay, that's still kind of hard to figure. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Make a box that is 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. And let's go and grab all of the nuclei from a typical car. Now, cars on average weigh 2 tons. How many cars' nuclei would you have to put into the box to have your 1 foot box have the same density of nucleus? Is it 1 car? 2? How about 100? Nope, and nope. The answer is much bigger. It is 6.2 billion. That is almost equal to the number of people in the Earth. So if everyone on the Earth owned their own car, we put all of those cars into your box, that would be about the density of a nucleus. So I'm saying that if you took every car in the world and put it in your 1 foot box, it would have the density of 1 nucleus. Okay, let's review. The atom is really, really, really small. Think atoms in a grapefruit, like blueberries in the earth. The nucleus is crazy small. Now look inside the blueberry and blow it up to the size of a football stadium. And now the nucleus is a marble in the middle. The atom is made up of vast regions of empty space. That's right. The nucleus has a crazy high density. Think of putting all those cars in your 1 foot box. I think I'm tired.
Okay. I don't know how much of it you guys got. How clear was it? How much of it did you guys get? Aryan, you mentioned that you had some, like it kept lagging a little bit.
Ma'am, it was lagging a bit.
Yes, ma'am, even for me.
Then I would have just stopped it. I would have sent the link. I thought it was only for Aryan. But I'll send the link again so you can like watch it on your device, like you can watch it properly, really good quality. Okay, but the point is, it was trying to help you visualize how small an atom is, or you know, like how small the nucleus is in relation to the atom. The main thing that at least like, blew my mind was, you guys know, you remember how big football fields are, right? Yes, no? Like, can you visualize like a
Yes, ma'am.
cricket stadium? You guys play, like, are you more familiar with football or cricket?
Both.
Both? Okay. So the football field, visualize it. So if the football field is a whole atom, then the nucleus is the size of a marble. Like you guys know, itna chota sa marbles, right? Imagine a marble in a football field. So that is the, you know, like the marble is the nucleus and the football field is the stadium. Like what I drew on the board is not even close. Marble, if I had to draw, it'll be like one tiny dot. You won't be able to see it even. That's the relative size of atom and the nucleus. That's what I wanted you guys to take away from this. So yeah, like you can see why it has been so difficult throughout history. Like if something is that small, it is so difficult to figure out the structure kaisa hai, kaisa bana hai. Like it's not something you can directly see. So yeah, that is the thing. Okay, so this is a simulation. It'll help you practice the funda of atomic number, mass number, and all of that. Oh, let's switch on the stable unstable thing also. You guys have access to, you know, like, can you click on my screen? Do you want to like experiment a little bit?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You're able to annotate, matlab you can write on my screen, but can you interact with anything over here? Like, can you click on this nucleus like this?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. That you're not able to do. Okay, no problem. Okay. So let's build any molecule. Like you guys direct me and then I'll do it. Like what do you want to build? Or just say at random, keep, you know, put 2 protons in the middle, 2 neutrons in the middle, like whatever, direct me.
Ma'am, 4 protons and 5 neutrons.
4 protons. See, with only 2 protons and nothing else, helium ion is extremely unstable. Let's add a 3rd one and then 4. 4 protons and
5
Yes,
neutrons.
5 neutrons. 1, 2. You guys see the mass number changing as I'm adding every neutron?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Do you want to add any electrons to this?
4 electrons.
4 electrons. Okay. So even if I add in the outermost shell, it is directly going to the first thing. So that's how electrons are. Like they want to fill up the innermost ones first before going out. And then I can't fill anything over here. We'll go to the outside one. Oh yeah, 4 electrons are khatam ho gaya. You can see this is a neutral atom. Do you see here something called model, orbits, and cloud? So
Yes,
orbit
ma'am.
is what we use for easy representation on paper, but in reality, this is what an atom would look like. So the electron, you can't exactly pinpoint the electron kidhar hai, like which one is the electron. There's something called the cloud model. It just appears like a cloud outside of this. So this is what reality looks like. But you know, paper we can't just keep drawing clouds, right? That's why we use orbits and shells for showing PSI.
Ma'am, is it necessary that the element or compound should have equal number of protons and electrons?
Neutral atom yes. That's why you see that this is stable. If I remove 2, then it becomes an ion. Like you can see that it's an ion and net charge is +2. Fir bhi stable hai because it is like completely full. But if I remove all the...
How do we?
Huh?
So ma'am, how do we identify if the atom is stable or non-stable?
You don't have to do that at this point of time. But one basic thing is, if the octet is full, it is a stable atom. If the octet is not full, it's a neutral atom, but it will react in order to get that octet. Stability also, it's not 1-0 key, either it's stable, either it's not stable. Aisa bhi nahi hai. Stability may be like, if I add 1 more electron, it's going to be either stable likha hai, but B minus. Having 2 electrons here is more stable than having 3 electrons here. Like stability, maybe there is degrees of it. It's not 1-0. It's like a scale of 10. You can think of it. Something is most stable. Uske niche slightly less stable, slightly less stable, slightly less stable. And as you keep decreasing it, at a point, it's going to be completely unstable that way. And stability also depends a lot about, you know, kis temperature pe hai and whether it's solid, liquid, gas, are there other ions around it? It depends on a lot of factors. So you will never get a question of, is something stable or not stable? It's not treated like that. Okay. Let's see what this gave us. Choose your game. Okay. I have not played any of these games. You guys choose kaun sa game khelna hai. We'll go with that.
I'm the third one.
The third one.
Good. क्या करना है? Do you need to build hydrogen, like, or figure out?
Ma'am, I think we have to figure out the mass number.
Yeah, this is the only thing I can edit now. Cool. What should I do?
Ma'am, it's 1.
Next. Okay. Charge is 0, 1 proton, 1 electron. Mass number is 1. So you need to figure out the atomic number. Kya hoga atomic number?
Ma'am, what is the element?
We don't know, it could be anything. But you're shown like the number of protons, neutrons, electrons. So based on that, you can figure it out.
Ma'am, I think it
Ma'am,
will be
1.
1.
Yes. Okay. So they've given number of protons, neutrons, electrons. Protons 12 है तो वो magnesium हो गया. Neutrons 14 है तो total mass 26 है. कितने electrons है? नहीं, electrons are 10, so you need to figure out the charge. Magnesium पे कितना charge है? So I'll change the number based on whatever you want.
Positive 2.
There you go. Okay. So now you guys, like, we got the hang of it.
Yes, ma'am.
Sujal, Aryan, and Swayam, you guys have been really quiet. You guys following? Kya ho raha hai?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this time I want answer from one of you guys. So what number should I put here?
Ma'am, 15. No, ma'am. I'm double checking.
Okay. Give me the final answer and then I'll enter it. Samriddhi.
Ma'am, 14.
Ma'am, I think it's 14. Yeah, it's 14.
14.
Okay. 14, lock.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, it's 50. Oh, ma'am, how is it wrong?
Did you realize your mistake?
Ma'am, is it 50? Ma'am, you. Oh, wait. Ma'am.
It's 15 now.
Oh, it is 15. I thought it was 14.
Yeah, you have to go by
Ma'am, you have to press travel.
what?
Ma'am, it's 50. Ma'am, so it's 50.
By the protons and neutrons here. Don't go by your memory. Go by the concept that mass number is protons plus.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I had told 15, but I thought we had to say the original one. So I said 14.
यहाँ पे information दिया है ना. You need to go by this. Also remember that isotopes exist. N is not just 14. 14 or 15 हो सकते हैं. Just that 14 might be more common, इसलिए we take it as 14. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. अभी क्या?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
one.
it's plus or minus 1.
Okay. Samriddhi is saying
Plus or
minus
minus.
1. Aryan, Ashka.
No, ma'am, it can be either plus or 1.
You need to go by the atom that is given here.
Ma'am, plus 1.
Plus 1.
Okay. Democracy. Everybody agrees plus 1, or does anyone want?
Yes,
Ma'am, I
ma'am.
think it should be minus 2.
So we have one vote for each. Ashka and Sujal, Swayam, you guys also vote, and then I'll put the final answer.
Plus 1.
Okay, 2 for plus.
I think it will be minus. I'm not. No, wait. It will be plus.
Plus. Okay, Swayam said plus 1, so majority is plus 1 anyway. So I'll go with plus 1. Samriddhi, it's not minus 1.
Ma'am, but how can it be plus 1? It doesn't have anything to give.
No, it has already, like, you need to figure out यहाँ पे जो atom है उस पे charge कितना है.
There is no electrons in the shell, so I think that's how I got to know it's
Yeah.
plus 1.
तो इसके पास कितने protons हैं?
1.
1. और कितने electrons हैं?
1.
कहाँ पे electrons?
Ma'am, for hydrogen. Achha, sorry. Yeah, according to the diagram. Yeah, there's no electrons.
So this is basically the structure of hydrogen ion. ये already electron दे चुका है. That's why it's got a plus 1 charge. Doesn't have any electrons. So yeah, that's how it is. Okay. You guys want to play the same thing again? You want to try another thing?
Ma'am, the first one maybe.
Yes, ma'am, the first one.
Oh, you need to find the element. Periodic table hai. How familiar are you guys with the periodic table?
Ma'am, a bit. Not
As a
exact.
Ma'am, it's
Nitrogen.
nitrogen.
हाँ,
Yeah, ma'am.
Funda for periodic table is pretty simple, huh? You start from topmost corner to go to this side, and all of this is in the order of atomic number only. Like you start with 1 here, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like it goes in a line, like starting from 1, and this is 180. Okay. So uske basis pe 7 protons, 7 neutrons, 7 electrons. Where will I find it? You can just tell me the
nitrogen.
Okay, tell me the symbol क्योंकि यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ नहीं है ना nitrogen.
N.
Okay. Is it neutral atom or ion? Oh, this is good.
I think it's an ion.
Okay, I want at least. I need a majority.
Ma'am, ion.
Okay, 2 people saying ion. Ion.
Ion.
Sujal also said ion. So 3 people majority.
Ion.
Ion.
Of course.
Guys, what is an ion?
But
What is an
Ma'am,
ion?
but it should be ion.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
What is an ion?
How is it?
Ma'am, it has
something
a
which
charge.
has a charge.
Positive or negative charge?
Right. और यहाँ पे कोई charge है क्या? It has 7 protons.
Oh yeah. Correct.
Ah.
Yeah, got it.
7 plus 7 minus 7 total कितना है?
0.
Yeah, ma'am, got it.
Okay. So try again. Neutral. 1 point ही मिला है. Okay, next one. No mistake. Like see it very carefully. The key is the red is proton and blue are electron and the gray is neutron. Okay.
Helium.
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 Red is proton. Blue is electron.
Helium.
Helium. Okay, 3 people have said helium. Okay. Helium click किया. Neutral or ion?
Ma'am, neutral.
Neutral.
Okay, 2 people said neutral. If one more says neutral, I'll go with the majority. If not, yeah, I'll need more answers.
Ma'am, neutral.
Neutral.
Ma'am,
Neutral.
Okay. Good job. Nice. 666.
Carbon.
Ma'am, carbon. Ca.
C.
C
Sorry,
only.
C.
C.
Okay. Neutral or ion?
I'm neutral.
Neutral.
Okay. Yeah. अभी ये कौन सा element?
Is it hydrogen?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen.
Okay. Neutral or ion?
Ion.
Ion.
Yes, got it. You're getting it now, proper. Okay.
Ma'am, helium.
Helium. And neutral.
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 Now you guys got the hang of it. When is it an ion? When it is this thing? Nice. Good. Okay. You want to play the other two? I can send a link to this also, so you can like keep exploring atoms, like get familiar with it. Yeah, I guess.
Ma'am, we can play the weight thing. Weight. Yeah.
Protons 6, neutrons 6. What is the total charge?
0.
0.
0, right?
0. Anybody else? Look, I need a clear majority. So I'm not answering till I get that majority.
I'm 0.
Okay. Aryan Swayam have said 0.
0.
Yes, ma'am, it will be 0.
Clear majority.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice. Okay, again you're given information. What is the mass number?
18.
18.
18.
People said 18.
18.
18. Okay. Okay. Abhi, in the form of an atom. So what is the total charge?
-1.
-1.
-1.
Three people said -1.
No, only 2 people said. Like,
-1.
Did you say twice? Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I'll take care next time. Mass number.
0. Oh, no, sorry.
4.
4.
Okay,
Sure, okay.
someone said 4. Aryan, Ashka, Sujal.
No, it will be
Why is
1.
it taking?
No, wait.
What?
Yeah. Where is the mass concentrated? Like, क्या count करना पड़ेगा mass के लिए?
Yes, ma'am, it will be 4, right? For helium.
Okay. Should I go with 4?
It's
Yes, ma'am.
neutrons plus protons, right?
Yeah, I know.
So basically, nucleus में जो है, you just need to count those. That's it. What is the mass number?
19.
19.
19.
19.
Ma'am, can you just directly type it? Is there an option? Achha.
Applause. 10 out of 10. Good work, you guys. Should we complete this also then?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Oh, this is the other way around. So this is the situation you're given. Nitrogen है, इसका atomic number is 7, mass number is 14, and it's not neutral atom, -3 charge है. So how many protons, how many neutrons, how many electrons?
Ma'am, neutron will be 4, right?
Neutron will be
4.
7.
decide among
Neutrons will be 7.
Ma'am, proton
Electrons
will be 7.
Electrons will be 10.
Yeah.
Ma'am, proton
And,
is 7.
Okay. So 7. Neutron, what is your final answer? Because I got 2 different answers from you guys.
Ma'am, it's
7.
7.
7 only, pakka. Okay. And electrons?
10.
10.
Okay. Aryan, Sujal, you guys agree? You've gotten quiet. Anyone wants to dispute this, or should I put the answer?
Ma'am,
Can put the answer.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. It's correct. Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys remember the positions, right? Agar proton 13 hai, or okay, let's not go.
Ma'am, atomic number is 13.
So atomic number kaun sa? Like, should I?
Left upper corner.
Ma'am,
Left
bottom.
up.
No, it's the bottom corner. Atomic number is the bottom one. Atomic
Yes.
mass
Number
is
is
the
at the
upper
top.
one.
Mass is the upper one. Yeah.
Yeah. The smaller number will be at the bottom, the bigger number will be at the top. Okay, remember that. So, abhi
Ma'am, number is 25.
13.
और यहाँ पे कौन सा नंबर?
Ma'am, it's
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
aluminium.
it's 13. Ma'am, it's 13.
Okay.
It should be aluminum. Yeah.
What should I put here?
25.
25.
And यहाँ पे?
It will be
+1.
27.
3 plus.
Yeah.
No, ma'am, wait.
Ma'am, atomic mass will be
27.
27.
27.
It won't
yeah.
be 25.
Okay.
3 plus.
3 plus?
Yes, ma'am.
No,
I'm
it's
saying
0,
It's
0.
positive 3.
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
it's 0.
No, it's 3 plus.
How?
Wait.
Array, protons is 13 and electrons
Yeah,
is 13.
Yeah.
0.
Okay. So what's your final answer यहाँ पे?
0.
0.
0.
I'm 0.
Should I check?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes.
Good teamwork, you guys. So happy. Good. Keep going. Oh, I need to build an atom here. Okay. So hydrogen है. These are the things. So
Ma'am, 1 proton.
कितने protons डालें मुझे?
1.
I'm 1 proton.
Ma'am, that's all, I guess.
No, ma'am, neutron 1. No, ma'am, no.
Ma'am, it cannot be 1.
Yeah, ma'am, that's it. Ma'am, that's it.
Ma'am, it's done. Ma'am, no.
Ma'am, no electrons.
Okay. Ashka, Sujal, Swayam, you guys have any thoughts?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Should I check it?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Back to numbers. So यहाँ पे कौन सा number?
2.
2.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, 2.
Okay, what number over here?
4.
4.
What number over here?
Ma'am, not 0.
0.
Yeah, 0.
0.
Okay. Nice. Okay, what number over here?
1.
What number over here?
2.
One.
It will be 1 only.
It's mass number, right? Number of neutron plus proton, so it should be 2.
Yeah, but for hydrogen, number of neutrons is 0, right?
But it's not given it's hydrogen. We have to go according to the diagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
The diagram cheats us.
Okay, so 1 or 2 here?
It should be 2. It should be
Yes,
2.
ma'am, 2.
Okay. Here?
Ma'am, I guess?
It's plus 1.
2 maybe.
How? Plus 1, I guess.
It can be plus 1. I'm confused.
Plus 1.
Okay. Should I check?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So Ashka, your confusion is perfectly valid. My answer to that is, remember Ashka, isotopes exist. So hydrogen
Yes, ma'am.
1 is there, hydrogen 2 also exists. So this is called deuterium. And then H3 also exists. So that
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
We did.
He has got the hang of this. Nice. Yeah. So we'll end the class here. I'm fairly confident that you guys will be able to, like, you conceptually, you got all of it. Now we just need to ensure that you solve the questions properly. Like questions padke, you need to answer, you need to figure out what that question is asking and then answer it accordingly. Okay. So circles ka homework sir, like Jay sir has given. Tomorrow also you have a circles class. So structure of the atom homework ke liye, let's ignore theory based abhi ke liye. So practice questions 2, like level 1. Kitne hai total? Okay, there are 35 questions, but a lot of them are like one line, one word answers. You can see here. Will it carry charge or not? Like just yes or no. Which subatomic particle is present in the nucleus? Just 2-word answers. So do all 35 of them. And then next week we can look at like level 3 questions. Okay?
Ma'am, there was this question like 4.1.4, I guess it was saying like draw a sketch of someone's model. So do we have to do that question?
Yeah. So whenever there's like sketch, it's just 3 circles, like just put a dot in the center. Bohr's model, na? So Bohr is the one who said the atom looks like this. So you just have to do this. 3 shells ke saath. Okay. And not just this, I saw another question also. Distribution. Write the distribution, matlab you can just write it as 285 in that format. ये सारे like objective hai, so this also will not take a lot of time. I just saw one.
And ma'am, you have to submit it, right?
Yeah. Every homework you need to submit it. Now we'll get a little more stricter as we're coming towards the end. We'll check who is submitting, when are you submitting.
Will you post this on the group?
I'll do that, yeah. So we'll look at question number 34. Make a schematic atomic structure of magnesium and phosphorus. Schematic atomic structure matlab magnesium का electronic configuration क्या है? You've done this abhi.
282.
282.
So if it's a schematic atomic structure, you just need to draw this one. So nucleus in the center. Pehle shell में 2 electrons. So draw the shell. You can show 2 electrons. So electrons, you can show it by crosses like this, or you can show it by dots also, like this. Five, 6, 7, 8, this way. Okay. So just drawing it in concentric circles and then showing कौन से electrons कहाँ पे, कितने electrons कहाँ पे है. So this format is what they're asking. Schematic atomic structure का. Okay. So, and whenever you do this, right, don't mix up the crosses and dots. If you're using dots for electrons, तो पूरा dots ही use करना पड़ेगा. If you're using crosses, then पूरा crosses ही use करना पड़ेगा. Don't mix it up. Okay. Cool. Guys, understood? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Yeah, so pura level 1 would be homework for this week, along with whatever you have in circles.